Hi guys, right, so I'm just setting up. Let's see if we can do it behind. I'm just setting up in a different room. Thought we'll give it a go. Let's give you guys a chance to get on. Got me a cup of tea. Now I'm in my house, just a little small room at the top of the stairs, which was intended to be an office. It was always the intention. Oh, I've been running up and down the stairs, so I'm a bit breathless. But I've got my props with me, guys. Of course, I've got my props with me. I don't need that much to do a live stream. I just need a few of my books. I need a cup of tea or a coffee. I need my phone holder so I can play you guys videos. And really, then I'm good to go. Now up here, you won't hear the dogs as much. Hi, Bebex. I'm in a different room. So up here, this is right at the top of the house, near the loft. And up here, the dogs are all the way downstairs. My wife with her mother are downstairs. They're tidying the lounge. So I'm going to give it a go at using this room to do a live before my kids get home. So I don't know how many notifications we're going to get. I'm hoping that slowly that we'll get more notifications. So while we're waiting, I have the subject of now is, just so you know, if you're new to this channel, we are defending Elvis Presley. Fans want the truth. My name is Louis. I'm a lifelong Elvis fan. I'm 57 years old. I'm in Southwest UK. And every day we do 2 live streams a day, at least, defending Elvis Presley and his legacy, his image, his reputation, against all of the lies, all of the twisted truths, the wrongdoing that has been said about Elvis and his bloodline for decades and decades. That's why we're here, guys. Hi, Pat. I'm in a different room. So we're going to read out the newest update with the Brigitte Kruse trial. Yeah. I was going to do it this morning, but we decided that we were going to finish off Linda, our subscriber's review of the book written by Linda Thompson in 1997. So we spent an hour and a half going through Linda's book review. So, which meant that we didn't get onto the topic. Now, we know about Brigitte Kruse. Let's just let you guys join on. So we know about Brigitte Kruse. Yeah, she is a very well-known auctioneer. She runs a company called GWS Auctions. I'll show you what it's like. GWS Auction. Normally it comes up straight away if I Google it. Let's see if it comes up. She's a very successful, wealthy woman from 5 generations of auctioneers. She's a larger-than-life character. This is her company. Very successful, very well known for doing high-profile auctions, very high-profile. It's also, I think, also cars and buildings. She does auctions for the royal family. Look, here's an Elvis item there. Yeah, we're definitely in the loft, my friend. Yeah, this is there. She is there. Now, I like Brigitte Kruse. She has joined us on our live streams, I think, 4 times. She poured her heart out to us, saying that she's literally going through hell with this lawsuit with Priscilla Presley. It's got to the point where even her own family, her own daughter, is being bullied. Now, I feel that she joined our live stream and allowed us to ask her questions because she trusts us. I think, hi, Elizabeth, I think that that we have been very kind to Brigitte. Now, some of you don't even believe that it is Brigitte. I think it is. Now, that's just my opinion. I also, in the way that she answered questions to the subscribers, to you guys, Team Elvis, I thought the answers were very honest and came from the heart. And Brigitte, if you're ever watching our show again, you're very welcome to join in with us, and we'll happily have a chat with you. Of course, we like to ask you questions, and we wish you well on your lawsuit with Priscilla. Obviously, there's 2 lawsuits because we've got Priscilla is countersuing now, isn't she? Claiming elder abuse and that she was conned by Brigitte Kruse and her associates. But then Brigitte Kruse is the one that first served the lawsuit, claiming compensation because I think 4 contracts had been signed. That it does seem that Priscilla Presley just changed her mind and she did sign these contracts, and she, in our opinion, she regrets signing the contracts, and she's trying to get out of it. This is our opinion. We think Brigitte is Priscilla has just changed her mind. When things started to improve for Priscilla, she just thought, I regret signing those contracts. She's trying to do anything she can to get out of these contracts. She's basically playing the victim, saying that she was completely ripped off and hoodwinked and conned into signing many things away. So Brigitte sees it differently. Brigitte is saying that her and Priscilla were very close. She looked at Priscilla almost like a mother figure, really trusted Priscilla. So Brigitte is saying that, they had been doing business for years, and Brigitte Kruse trusted Priscilla. So when Priscilla got herself in trouble, she had allegedly an IRS bill that she couldn't pay. Her income had massively dropped, and she was facing a possible 3 lawsuits. One from a cellmate, not a cellmate, someone that's incarcerated, which I don't understand. One from her own daughter, Lisa Marie. So this rumor that we've heard that Lisa Marie, just before she died, there was a possibility of a lawsuit with her own mother, could be true. And then we've also got, there was a possible lawsuit between Priscilla and Riley. Yeah, obviously to do with Priscilla contesting the wishes of her daughter when she died, Lisa Marie. So, it's pretty nasty stuff, guys. So Brigitte stepped in to help. They come up with some ideas on how they were going to get money. There's a thing of Priscilla selling her name, image, and likeness. Now, Brigitte Kruse thought she was buying, with her associates, the name Priscilla Presley. As it turns out, Priscilla had already sold the name Presley and the word Graceland in the original selling off of Elvis Presley Enterprises, I think around 2004-05, to Bob Sillerman, who was a billionaire at the time. I think they were called CKX or something like that. Anyway, so without going into detail, as it turns out, she wasn't actually legally allowed to sell the name Priscilla Presley because she had already sold the name Presley. So it's only the name Priscilla that Brigitte Kruse actually got. But the contracts that Priscilla signed was to sell the names, image, and likeness of the words Priscilla Presley. So supposedly around 2005, Priscilla was given 6.5 million for the words Presley and the word Graceland. And this was, half of it was paid to her in cash. So obviously I'm just a fan at home. Not everything I say is correct. So we're following the lawsuit. Now, I'm not going into it in too much detail. Brigitte feels that she's owed compensation. Priscilla is countersuing, feels that she's owed $1 million. There's a big argument. Now, something's going on. I don't really understand it fully, but Priscilla and Brigitte has to prove that there is a link from Priscilla to Florida. So basically a link that ties Priscilla to Florida. And one of the things of many, I think it's a 180-page document, but one of the things of many is, this is the big news, is that Brigitte has exposed or disclosed that there is a possibility that there is a secret grandchild of Lisa Marie Presley or Riley Keough. Now, it does seem that it's possible that it's Lisa Marie. Lisa Marie did do IVF to get the twins. There could have been spare eggs. And with Riley, she did have a surrogate birth because she had Lyme disease. So there is a possibility that it's either Lisa or Riley. We are leaning towards it being Lisa. Now, do we think that she went to full-term pregnancy? Lisa Marie, no. We do think this is about an egg, but we're all guessing. So I think Priscilla was given till about the 12th to go back to the courts because the courts accepted this new evidence. So Priscilla was supposed to go back on the 12th to reply to this information that Brigitte Kruse has given to the court. It's much more than that, but I'm just keeping it short and sweet. And so I think there's now been an extension. So she's got till the 19th of November. So another week to respond to these allegations. So there has been an update. I think it was 2 days ago. I was going to do it a few days ago, but I didn't get around to it. I know Presley Mania has done an update last night. Lovely Rhonda at Presley Mania. So I am going to read it out. So I think we here at Defending Elvis Presley, we're a bit different. And I'll tell you why. Because I think Brigitte Kruse is in contact with us, wants to talk to us, wants to engage with Team Elvis and trust us. I think we're in a very, how can I say it? We're in a very different friendship relationship with Brigitte than the other channels. I think we have built up a rapport with her, and I think she feels that she can talk to us. And I'm grateful for that. I'm honored that such a busy, successful person can join us. Now, I know that not everyone is mad about Brigitte because obviously we have issues about items being auctioned, and there's strong feelings about how genuine these items are, where they originate from, how they were authenticated. We've heard that Priscilla was trying to authenticate some of these items with letters of recollection. Yeah, so it isn't straightforward. There's a lot of money involved. It can get very complicated, especially when it's large amount of money, and items can either increase in value or be devalued based on these letters. Also, we like to know where these items originate from. Do they originate from Graceland, these Elvis items? Do they originate from private sellers? We want to know, don't we? We want to know. So, hi, Lloyd. Good morning to you. Right, so I'm going to get the update up. Let's find it. Okay. So how is the sound, guys? Can you hear me okay? I'll play this little video just for the sake of it. I'm going to play this video because I thought it was cute. Now it speaks for itself. I think because we're talking about Elvis items, I think to play this is okay. And also I want to test it. Let's get the volume up.
This is truly an unboxing. I don't know which box I picked. Anyway, so let's find out what it is. Oh, wow. Y'all, we got lucky. Look what I just picked out. It's a jumpsuit. And It has chains. For those of you who are screaming at the computer right now, you guys know that this is actually the leather and chains jumpsuit from That's the Way It Is. He recently had some conservation work done on him, and he's been cleaned, and he's taken a little bit of a break from exhibits, and he's here in archives. Probably one of the cool things that I didn't realize was when Elvis is filming That's the Way It Is and his chains break, they actually don't break. They were attached with a hook and eye and a snap, so they just came undone. So no worry about broken chains, even though when I saw it, I thought the chains had broken. It's also interesting that these are brown, not black. They're brown suede. And you can see inside. Let me see if I can undo this really quick. So you can see inside the lining. And there is the ID, IC Costume Company out of Hollywood, California. You will notice the lining is a little discolored. That's because Elvis, he used to sweat in these things, and that's just discoloration from that. As you can see, this one's kind of light, not very heavy, but it's really recognizable. So how cool is that the first box I uncovered was this jumpsuit? Probably one of my favorites. Let me see if there's anything else here in the box. Oh, we have a pair of boots. Elvis's stage boots, made by Verde.
Wow.
These are size 12. You can see the size right inside there. As you also will notice, the color of everything. On stage, all of this looks white, but you'll notice that it actually is an off-white color. And that was because the stage lights is what made it shine a bright white. And if it actually was made out of white material, it wouldn't have shown up as well on stage. Anyway, so just a little behind the scenes here at Graceland, a little unboxing for you guys. You guys.
See, I found that fascinating. I wanted to play that to you guys. Okay, so let's find this Brigitte Kruse stuff, which I did store for you last night. There's actually two lots. There was one that I found I thought was a bit more detailed. Let me just see if this is the one here. I think I do have to read it to you. Let's see where it starts. We'll start reading it. Priscilla Presley claims former lawyer helped Brigitte Kruse control her life in declaration filing elder abuse. Right, let's go. Hi, Pat. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Gio. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Vibex and Elizabeth and Karen and Lloyd. Okay, guys. Priscilla, former lawyer, helped Brigitte Kruse control her life in declaration filing an elder abuse case. Presley claims to have filing her former attorney, Lynn Walker Wright, was brought to protect her ex-business partner, Brigitte Kruse. Priscilla Presley responded to her former attorney, Lynn Walker Wright's recent request to quash the summons issued to her and be dismissed from the ongoing elder abuse case that lists her as defendant. Presley filed a July 2024 lawsuit alleging that her ex-business partner, Brigitte Kruse, among others, included Walker Wright, took advantage of Presley and stole $1 million from her. Walker Wright requested the court to dismiss her from the case on September the 5th, and Presley legal team responded on Thursday, November the 7th, by opposing Walker Wright's latest filing. Priscilla Presley's lawyers have responded to her former attorney, Lynn Walker Wright's attempts to be dismissed as a defendant from the ongoing elder abuse case against Walker and Wright and Presley's ex-business partner, Brigitte Kruse. Right, so People obtained a new Thursday, November the 7th filing in which Presley's attorneys, Martin D. Anger, T. Wayne Harmon, and Max D. Fabricant, declare opposition to Walker Wright's September the 5th motion to quash service of summons and to dismiss for lack of personal jurisdiction or forum non-convenience, meaning an allowance for the court to dismiss a case if there is another more appropriate court to handle it. So to me, it's like she's trying to get it dismissed from Florida. Yeah, is that right? From Orlando. I don't see how she gains. Maybe that just maybe by having it dismissed and sent to her. How does she word it? She says, for a more appropriate court to handle it. What does that mean? Is she trying to move it to a different part of America? Is she trying to, I don't know, it's hard. I don't understand why, if all they're going to do is move it rather than cancel and dismiss the whole thing, I don't understand the benefit of moving it. Do any of you understand? Why would she want it moved? This is the bit I would like to know why. Now, I can understand her trying to get it struck out, struck off, yeah, but moving it, I don't understand. Right, the ongoing financial elder abuse lawsuit began on July the 18th when Presley, 79, alleged that Kruse and Kevin Fialco and Vahi Sicilian, Walker Wright, and Priscilla Presley, partners, took advantage of her and stole $1 million of Presley's dollars. Presley alleged Kruse, the founder of Kruse GWS Auctions, controlled Presley's finances, and she claimed that Kruse forced Presley into a form of indentured servitude by gaining her trust and isolating her from the most important people in her life and duping her into believing that they would take care of her personally and financially. Okay. Yeah, I still just don't understand why she wants to move it, unless it's, I don't. So maybe getting it moved gives her advantage to winning it. Yeah, just deceptively. Yeah, and yeah, you would think that, wouldn't you? And Pat says she's trying to move it because she thinks she's going to win the case. That's what she did before. I just don't understand how moving it makes it in her benefit. I mean, it's going to be someone's going to know. But then on the 22nd of July, Kruse attorney claimed in a statement to People that the suit is retaliatory. But on the 24th of July, Presley's attorney Marty Singer shared a statement with People and rejected Kruse's claim. Okay. In September, Walker Wright, a practicing attorney in Florida, formally requested that she be dismissed from the Presley case. Walker Wright vehemently denies the elder abuse, the financial conspiracy, breach of fiduciary duty, and legal malpractice allegations. Walker Wright also alleges in her filing that the Superior Court of the State of California for the County of Los Angeles does not have jurisdiction to hear this dispute. She claims, as a licensed Florida attorney whose practice is located there, she prepared certain legal documents signed by the Presley in Florida, whose jurisdiction and venue clause require any and all actions arising therefrom to be filed in Orange County, Florida, subject to the jurisdiction of the County of Florida. Okay, I still don't understand why it has to be in Florida. It doesn't. I don't know, guys. Let's have a look. Priscilla moves her court case in California because she always wins. All right, you mean she always wins where she lives? Is that what you're saying? She always wins in California. Is that? I think that's what you mean. In the alternative, this court should dismiss the case against Walker Wright based upon the principle of forum of non-convenience, and read the filing. Yes, okay, thank you, Pat. On November the 7th, Presley attorney filed the motion to quash service of summons and to dismiss for lack of personal jurisdiction in their filing the claim that Kruse and Fialco introduced Presley to Walker Wright. Though they had hid it from me at the time, I now know that Kruse and Fialco engaged in an extensive, far-reaching campaign to isolate me and cause me distrust. My own long-time advisors, no, cause me to distrust my own long-time advisors. So they're saying, Priscilla is saying that Brigitte Kruse and Kevin Fialco basically talked her out of using her normal long-term advisors and into using Brigitte Kruse's advisors that she recommended, appointed. My own long-time advisors, to the point where they were able to convince me to replace my advisors with ones handpicked by them, and the filing alleges. So it's going to go on to the allegations now. But so how I see it is that Brigitte Kruse and her associates come up with a plan because Priscilla's in trouble. She's facing a large tax bill. She's facing 3 lawsuits. She's got a massive reduction in her income. My guess is that at this point, she's arguing with Riley after the death of her daughter, Lisa. She wants to be joint trustee on behalf of Gracelands and Elvis Presley Enterprises, because they still own 15% of it, don't they? Riley and Priscilla, right? So my guess is, we know she's not happy that Lisa Marie Presley, when she died, God rest her soul, had done a will or had made arrangements that everything goes to Riley, Finley and Harper. So from what I can see, these 3 lawsuits she was facing, one of them was with Riley. One of them was, they say, about an inmate. I'm not really sure about this bit. There's a convicted felon. I don't understand that part of it. And the other one, I'm not sure about it. But I think, isn't this the same time as they're trying to finish the film Priscilla, Sofia Coppola's film? Does that have a bearing on things? Is it possible that that was to do with the lawsuits between Lisa Marie and Priscilla? So I'm guessing, guys. I'm guessing. Any information you give me is good. Yeah, what were the 3 lawsuits? We don't really know. I know that Presley Mania covered it, but it's not clear. We think one of them at least was with Priscilla and the other one could have been with Riley. Yeah? Well, not Priscilla. No. We think one of them could have been with Lisa Marie. We think the other one is with Riley. Yeah? And then obviously you've got this IRS bill. Yeah? You tell me, guys. We're here. We're going through this together. If there's anything you know, please let me know. I am no expert. I'm just a fan at home that's just going through this. So, were they able to convince me to replace my advisors with one handpicked by them? The filing alleges that Presley's team claims that this was an essential part of Kruse and Fialco's effort to control and direct Presley's finances for their own benefit. Yeah, so Priscilla, I think, is saying that all of their actions was to basically rip her off so that Brigitte Kruse and her associates get all the money. Yeah, I mean, this situation where there's a possible lawsuit was happening with Lisa is scary just to think about. The lawsuit with Riley, well, we all know about that, don't we? She was demanding to be joint trustee with Riley, which is just ridiculous because Riley isn't one of Lisa's children. I mean, sorry, because Priscilla isn't one of Lisa's children. It's pretty obvious when Lisa Marie passed, it goes to the kids. Come on, we know that. You die, you give your stuff to your kids. Standard. So Priscilla trying to be a joint trustee is just ridiculous. Ridiculous. So the filing claimed that after Presley met with Walker Wright on January the 8th, 2023, Walker Wright conducted extensive communication with Presley's San Diego attorney on Presley's behalf. Walker Wright then allegedly conducted approximately 3 dozen separate calls, meetings, and all communications with Presley's San Diego attorney regarding affairs including power of attorney, healthcare directive, and Presley's move to Florida, which she states she did not plan to do. I am informed and believe that it was Kruse who instructed Walker Wright to prepare those documents, and that this was done to facilitate the defendant's control over my life and read the filings. I mean, this is like full on, guys, isn't it? This is like completely taking over all of Priscilla's financial affairs, everything, including bank accounts, including Navarrone's finances, even giving power of attorney. I mean, this is full on, guys. Priscilla went in head first, you know. Brigitte Kruse must have offered some pretty amazing stuff to for Priscilla, who is an experienced businesswoman, a very experienced businesswoman who's had many lawsuits, who's done a lot of business dealings at a very high level. You know, this woman has been around the block when it comes to business, yeah? Supposedly launching Graceland, which we know is bullshit, supposedly saving Graceland, which we know is not true. So for Priscilla to say she's being ripped off at this high level of business, but Brigitte Kruse is saying, no, I saved her. I went there to prevent her from losing everything. Why would Priscilla sign these contracts if it was... She signed them because she thought she was going to make a fortune. She even demanded that Brigitte Kruse was there at the signing. I think they even recorded it on tape. So I don't think Brigitte Kruse even wanted to go, but in the end, Priscilla demanded it. So in the end, Brigitte Kruse did go. She did go. So they've got proof of this signing. Right, let's keep going. Right, so that is that section. But there's another bit, I think. Let's see if we can go back to another section, because I'd like to... Let me just click on this and see if this other section, which... Let's just see if it's got anything in it that we don't know about. I think this part, I'm just seeing if there's any, because this is a repeat of what I've just read. I just want to know if the ending has added anything wrong. In her initial lawsuit, Presley accused the defendants, which was also included Vahi Sicilian and Priscilla Presley partners, forcing her into a form indentured servitude. Now, we've read that. No. Let's go back to the other bits. I just want to click on, because I clicked on 3 things. Let's see if this gives, I'm trying to see if, because obviously the different news companies, they give a different version of what went on, just slightly different. Let me just go click on this a minute. So she's basically saying from what I can see, she got ripped off. Now I'm just going to click on the elder abuse thing. Yeah, here we are. There we are. So let's just read a bit of this. Priscilla Presley claims she's a victim of financial abuse and was robbed $1 million by her ex-partner in a new filing. Priscilla is claiming she was forced into a form of indenture and servitude by ex-business partner Brigitte Kruse. We know about this. So she's claiming that Brigitte Kruse stole $1 million. In a statement to People, Kruse legal team said, "We cannot respond because counsel have not been served with a copy of the lawsuit," which they have done now, haven't they? In the filing, the lawsuit also names Kevin Fiacco, Varhe Sicilian, Lynn Walker, Wright. Then they keep mentioning this company, Priscilla Presley Partners and GWS Auctions. Now, it's just saying the same things. So Priscilla 79 met Kruse through a mutual connection to discuss Kruse's business, selling Elvis memorabilia per the filing. Then Kruse allegedly quickly immersed herself in Priscilla's life and they began working together by the end of 2021. Once Priscilla lost trust in her longtime advisor, Kruse allegedly gained access to Priscilla's finances, and her new advisors, whom Kruse selected, falsely told Priscilla that she was financially unstable and would not survive without their ability to exploit her name, image, and likeness on her behalf, the filing states, right? So this is a bit more interesting. Following Kruse's advice, Priscilla claimed she created companies where her associates received 80%. Now, this is the bit that's a bit concerning. They're saying that the contracts that Priscilla signed over 80% to Brigitte Kruse. Now, we did question Brigitte about this when she joined us, and she said, no, not all of the contracts said that, which does make me think maybe some of them did. That bit doesn't sound right to me. With minority shares of the company, she alleges that money from the Sofia Coppola directed film biopic Priscilla was misappropriated. So this even involves the film, Sofia Coppola's film. So Brigitte says there is a warehouse that Priscilla keeps everything, so she needs to expose that. Yes. In another instance, Priscilla claims that she was meant to receive an ownership interest in a cosmetic company, but her ex-business partner instead settled for a £300,000 payment up front with money deposited into a bank account they controlled. Priscilla also claims that the defendant withdrew £40,000 from the bank account of Priscilla's son, Navarone Garcia, for no legitimate reason and did not notify either party of the withdrawal. Priscilla is seeking to have the license and operating agreement for the sham company rescinded to block the defendants from having access to her financial accounts and to hold them accountable for their wrongdoing. The manipulated and defrauded an older woman during extremely vulnerable moments in her life, including the death of her daughter, in an effort to enrich themselves, the filing states. Pretty strong words, guys. Pretty strong words. An attorney for Priscilla had no comment when reached by People, nor did Garcia. I thought, why not be part of it, Priscilla said at the time. I used to have a different opinion about these estate sales, but then as I got older, I realized that you have to pass these things down to someone who really appreciates them. So isn't that just an excuse to sell her Elvis belongings to get money. I'll repeat that bit. Why not be part of it? Priscilla said at the time, I used to have a different opinion about these estate sales, but then as I got older, I realized that you have to pass these things down to someone who really appreciates them. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't fall for that. She wanted money. She wanted to sell Elvis's belongings. Where she got them from, we don't know. We don't know, do we? Some things she stole, allegedly, for entertainment purposes. Some things were given to her by Elvis. Some things were Colonel Tom Parker's in his giant warehouse. Some things may have come from Lisa Marie after she died. We don't know where these things came from that were being sold by Brigitte Kruse. Come on, let's be honest. We don't know, do we? Kruse added that she's just such a wealth of experience and knowledge that you don't study and learn about Elvis without learning about Priscilla as well. Their names are synonymous. I will say that their names have been entwined since 1959, haven't they? And Priscilla took full advantage of that. In September 2023, Kruse sued Priscilla for an alleged breach of contract after they formed Priscilla Presley Partners. TMZ reported after that at the time, per the outlet, Priscilla abruptly cut off all communications with Kruse. Now we know about this, but I still think we should read it. Let's just have a look. So it's very interesting, guys. Very interesting. Now, let me just see. I'm going to see if I can find when she joined our live stream and she allowed us to ask questions. It's not been freezing on my end, Elizabeth. It's going fine on this end. Any of you guys freezing? All right, so a couple of you are frozen. It could be. All right, it could be because I'm up here in the loft, but you still, I think you're getting most of it, aren't you guys? Yeah, so Pat, no freezing. Yeah, so is any right? There's 30 of you watching now. Can you see me? Am I frozen? Because there's 30 of you watching. Welcome to Defending Elvis Presley. Am I frozen to any of you? Please answer. And I'm going to try and get Brigitte Kruse's conversation. No. Okay, so most of you are okay. Okay, now what we're going to do now, Brigitte Kruse contacted us. Let me see if I can find it. Because I did save the chat. Also got to find it. She contacted us and we had a good old chat with her. So I'm going to see if I can find it, guys. Let's have a look. So we can go through it. I don't know. Let me I might have put it on the Defending Elvis Presley Defending Elvis Presley Facebook page. I think it's on there. I remember I took screenshots of it because what is the original, when she first contacted us, I deleted the video by mistake, which I can't believe I did, but luckily I did take a picture of the chats and then I posted it on Defending Elvis Presley. So let's see if I can get it up. I mean, I thought she was very honest with us, the way she spoke to us. I've just got to keep scrolling. Now, I know that she was clearly saying that she felt bullied. She felt her daughter had been bullied at school, that she literally was losing sleep and just felt she couldn't believe that this very good friendship that she had with Priscilla had turned so sour, that she looked at Priscilla as her mother. They had done a lot of business together, a lot of business. So I think Brigitte trusted Brigitte trusted Priscilla 100%. Now, don't forget, for Priscilla to sign these contracts, she must have trusted her. Come on, she must have. You don't sign away those kind of contracts unless you really trust them. I'm just hoping that I'm going to come across them. Doesn't seem like it's coming up. I hear footsteps. Come on, where are you? No, they're not coming up on here. Let me just try one more thing. I know I've got them because I remember saving them. Now we want Brigitte Kruse to join us again. Brigitte, if you're watching now, please join us. We want to ask you some questions about the lawsuits. And now this is coming up, but it looks different. Oh no, that's when we spoke to Emilio. Right, it's not that one. I know I've got them, guys. I'm going to find them. We are going to speak about it. I hope you got... Oh, here we are. I found them. Right, do you have your cups of tea? Is that them? No, it's not that one. I thought I had them. Keep going, Louis. Keep going. No, I just don't think it's going to let me see it. Shame, because I did save those. Now I know they're on the messenger. None of you would have saved them, would you? I'm annoyed because I know we got them somewhere. Okay, so we're going to go from memory. So I can't beat a nice cup of tea, guys. So she jumped in on the chat. This is Brigitte Kruse on our chat, Team Elvis. She first of all said, look, I'm not going to be rude. You guys carry on talking about your topic. So then we said, no, because it's not on Google. This is my own private chat that I took pictures of when she joined us. So Brigitte Kruse said, I'm not going to interrupt on your topic. I'll just sit here and listen. So then I obviously, because it's Brigitte Kruse, yeah, and a very, very successful person. So for her just to find the time to join our chat is surprising, yeah. And I'm just glad that she did. She says, do you mind if I just sit and watch? We said, can we ask you some questions? Can I ask Brigitte some questions? And we just basically said, what's happening with the lawsuit? And she said that she can't believe it, that she was very close with Priscilla, that she felt that she helped Priscilla. She said the contracts were genuine. And out of the blue, Priscilla ghosted her and just ignored her for months. So eventually, Brigitte with her associates, well, Pam, she did talk about it, but she didn't go into detail. Yeah. So basically, she said, look, I can answer certain questions. Yeah. And she was more answering questions like the subscribers were saying to her, what are you going through? And she said that she literally, the whole thing is a nightmare, a living nightmare, that it's caused her uncontrollable stress, unimaginable stress, that they're even bullying her daughter at school because of it, that financially this was like a massive burden. Of course, lawsuits, you lose sleep. Lawsuits, they can be so costly, you can lose everything. You do feel in lawsuits, you do feel that you are going to lose everything. They're very scary. There's millions involved. Yeah. Now, Brigitte feels that she's done nothing wrong. Brigitte feels that she just tried to help a friend. with the, you know, they obviously went into business together. I think they set up a company and many other things. So it's obvious Brigitte just wants it to all go away. But I could also see that Brigitte is quite up for the fight. Brigitte wants justice. So she wants Priscilla to honor the contract. Now, a big thing has come out now about that when Priscilla sold the name Priscilla Presley, name, image, and likeness to Brigitte, she legally wasn't allowed to do that because the name Presley had already been sold back in 2005. So even I think we've actually seen that. Let me see if I can go on to Derby Shaw's. We've actually got the document that proves that she sold the name Presley and the name Graceland. Now, I think that was on Derby Shaw's because we spoke about it the other day, didn't we? Let me see if I can read it to you guys. Okay. This was on Derby Shaw's Facebook page, guys. It's so good. There's a few things I want to read on there to you guys, but that's for another show. This show, I wanted to be specific to Brigitte Kruse. I might do another show later because everyone's going out today and I'm home. I was going to walk the dogs and then I was going to come back and do another show to do with Derby Shaw's Facebook posts. So let me just see if I can see it here. Here we go. Here we go. Let's just click on it. So it says here, this is part of Brigitte's case is true. Sort of nil. Sale was years ago before ABG acquisitions in 2013. So this is a document that I'm going to read it to you. You can take a screenshot of it if it focuses. Let's have a look. There we go. If anyone wants to do a screenshot. Yep. So thank you, Pam. So Securities and Exchange Commission, Washington. So I think this is the document that shows that the name Graceland and the name Presley was sold way back, I think, in 2005 or 4. Actually, on this particular bit, it says 2013. But I'm pretty sure she sold this because she sold this to Bob Silliman when he bought Elvis Presley Enterprises, 85% of it. So I'm a bit unclear. I know it got sold again with Joe Weishanker. Yeah. Let me read it. For the fiscal year ending, here we go. There we are. For the fiscal year ending 2004, December 31st, page 11, Priscilla Presley transaction. In connection with the acquisition of the Presley business, we entered into an agreement with Priscilla Presley, pursuant to which we acquired from Miss Presley all commercial rights held by her to use the name Presley in connection with the use and exploitation of the asset acquired from the Promenade Trust, as well as all Miss Presley rights, if any, the name Graceland. So she sold the name Presley and the name Graceland, the commercial rights. So this is why she's been able to carry on using the name Priscilla Presley. The purchase price for the rights acquired from Priscilla Presley was $6.5 million, with $3 million paid in cash at the closing and $3.5 million paid in the form of an 8-year subordinated promissory note. The promissory note bears interest at a rate of 5.385% per year. So she sold the name Presley, guys. She sold the name Graceland in 2004. Then it just shows a document from Priscilla Presley Partners. I'll let you see it, guys. Let's see if we can get it to focus. It's trying. Here we go. You've even got a case number on there, guys. Right, then we got, what else have we got? No, we've got this. There's a court document here that I think I'll read to you. It's trying to focus, but let me read it to you because that one's not focusing. Plaintiff. Okay, let's see it. So the plaintiff first request for production of the documents to defend Priscilla Presley. Plaintiff Priscilla Presley Partners, LLC hereinafter PPP, pursuant Rule 1350 of the Florida Rules of Civil Procedure, serves its first request for production to defendant Priscilla Presley, aka Priscilla Bulow Presley. Defendant Presley is requested to all documents or communications relating to the evidencing for the sale, surname of Presley, the name, image, and likeness rights associated therewith by Elvis Presley Enterprises, incorporated, to Authentic Brand Group. So it's Authentic Brand Group. Unbeknownst to Kruse, so this is part of the lawsuit, yeah? Unbeknownst to Brigitte Kruse and Kevin Fialco at the time Priscilla Presley Partners was formed, Priscilla previously sold all her right and title and interest in the name Presley to Authentic Brand Group, and as such, the ability to exploit Priscilla's name, image, and likeness was ultimately limited to Priscilla's first name, pursuant to the nil agreement. Priscilla licensed and assigned Priscilla Presley Partners in perpetuity all rights relative to Priscilla's name, image, and likeness, including the exclusive rights to use, develop, and protect, commercially exploit, license, sub-license, and assign rights or to Priscilla's nil name, image, and likeness. Okay, well, you get the idea, don't you guys? She sold it. Let's see if I can get it to focus. She sold it, guys. So really, she broke the law because she sold it twice. I'm trying to, come on, focus, man. She sold it twice, guys. Let me see if I go right close to it. No, I don't think it's going to focus. Come on, do your job, camera. No, it's not going to focus. But she sold it twice. Naughty. Naughty. And we've got that from Derby Shaw's Facebook page. Thank you, Derby Shaw. And there's another small bit here. Authentic Brand Group, ABG, acquired Elvis Presley intellectual property assets, EPE, from Core Media Group on November the 19th, 2013. ABG, the Presley family, and Joel Weishanker, the founder of the National Entertainment Collectibles Association, NECA, now own and manage the intellectual property. Now, it does seem to me, it says here, Lisa Marie still owned 15% of it. Now, it does seem to me that Joel Weishanker isn't really the owner. He's part of the management team. I know we all see Joel Weishanker as the owner, don't we? The owner of Elvis Presley Enterprises. But he actually is part of the management team. So the other thing that a lot of people don't realize is that Priscilla, can I say it? That Gracelands, when Bob Silliman bought Elvis Presley Enterprises, 85% of it, yeah, he also rented Gracelands. He paid $300,000, I think, up front, and leased Gracelands, rented it for 99 years. Many people don't know that, because most of you will say that Riley is now the owner of Gracelands. Riley, and then eventually Finley and Harper. Yeah, which is true, but they own the building, the land, the business, the living museum, the tour, the museum tour is owned by Bob Silliman. It is leased to Elvis Presley Enterprises. So Elvis Presley Enterprises has control of Gracelands. So I would say, I'm no expert, I would say that that EPE control Gracelands, not Riley. Okay, so I've got, someone just emailed me something quite long here. So I've had an email, this has just come through. April, no, I'm gonna have to read this before I send it to you. Anyway, guys, I think we're gonna sort of wind it up a bit now, but this is interesting. Someone's just sent me a really long email. It starts, Louis, I've recently found your YouTube channel and I have been trying to catch up with your videos. I applaud you for defending Elvis and working as a team with other channels. I'm not on social media, so I am very private. So I'm glad that you provided your email. I want to read this. I want to make sure that this person doesn't mind me reading this to you guys. Let me just see. I don't know. Actually, it looks like he doesn't mind. Should we read? Should we just give it a read? Should we give it a read, guys? What do you reckon? Someone's just sent me. This is literally just come through. I think I've got just enough time to read it. I'm being naughty. I think what we'll do, we'll read through it quick, and then I'll do a proper show on it. Pam, I'm not offended. I agree with you. Pam Strickland, welcome to Team Elvis. Please join our brilliant channel. Become a member, subscribe. You're very welcome. We love Team Elvis growing. We love it. Right. Okay. Right. Here we go. I've been doing a lot of research on Elvis and have become friends with longtime Elvis fans who saw him in concert and been fans since the early 1960s. They would be horrified that you would publicly read online the book Elvis, What Happened, and expose it to the people. It's trashed Elvis and many stories exaggerated, twisted the facts and filled with opinion, not the fact, but three bitter, jealous men. One thing my Elvis friends taught me was to take everything that he has written about Elvis with a grain of salt, sometimes a shaker of salt. Elvis has had no say at all in any of the books written about him, and were all written after he died. How convenient. Most written to make themselves look jealous. Now, I'm just in response to that. So maybe I should read this first, but I've never read the book Elvis, What Happened, ever. So I have no idea what this person's saying, but I would read it because that's how I defend Elvis. It's like when I read this book here, guys. Now, I know this book has done some serious damage to Elvis. Serious, like super serious. with movies. Yeah. Hi. Oh, thank you, Pat. Pat's just bought me a coffee. Thank you, Pat. That's very kind of you. Anyone wants to buy me a coffee, guys, or will give me a super thank you? I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Pat. Now, I don't read this book because I support the book. I read this book because I can defend Elvis, because I can break down the lies and defend Elvis and his bloodline. That is why I read the book. This book is bullshit. This book is a book of lies. I trash this book, for, you know, in my opinion, for entertainment purposes. So if this person is trying to tell me off, if this person on this letter is trying to tell me off for reading the book Elvis What Happened, which I haven't read yet, by the way, I think we did a bit of a review on it, then, oh, I will read it. I will read Elvis What Happened. Now, that book was a betrayal to Elvis. It was a betrayal, and I will read it because that is how I defend Elvis. Right. So, guys, what I'm going to do, I want to read this, but I want to shut this live stream down and come back and then read it. So, can I ask all of you? I'm going to shut this down and then restart straight away, and we're going to read that letter. Yeah? Are we agreement? There's 38 of you here. Can I end this chat and then I'll restart a chat straight away and then you guys jump on and join it? Can we do it that way? I will come straight back on. There'll be no delay. I'll close it and we'll come straight back on. Then we're going to read this letter. Thanks, guys. I'll just let you guys reply and then we'll shut it down. Okay, I'm going to shut it down now. Literally 1 minute. Okay, guys? So I'll be back.